Alright, so this is a video about my dual fuel natural gas Chevy Express 3500 box truck. It is has a 6-speed automatic transmission with the 6-liter L96 VVT engine. This is a sorry for that. This is a van that I bought. What I was originally trying to do is I was waiting for the 2013 natural gas van that Chevrolet made. However, they had this one and it was brand spanking new. It's a 2011, and because it was sitting on their lot for 2 years, they cut me a good deal and I got $15,000 off on this van. So I decided to buy this, but what I do is I deliver parts pretty far away. I drive about 420 to 500 miles a night, so I normally consume about 50 gallons of fuel per night, 5 nights a week. About 21 days a month. So I go through a lot of gas, and like that's what I normally drive, is a truck like that there with a trailer, and I'll consume 50 gallons of gas with that kind of setup right there. And you see that's what we typically drive. And so I bought this box truck and I lowered my fuel consumption down to about 34 gallons of gas. So that alone was saving me quite a bit of money. But you know, if I switch this thing over to natural gas, then I can also reduce my fuel amount that I pay every day by half, because our CNG here is $1.50 a gallon and the gasoline's about $3 to $3.60 a gallon. So it's more than 50% off. So let me show you what this looks like. Okay, so you know, this is the engine bay. I got a K&N filter on there. I had a mixer system in here that I installed right here. I had a mixer in here at first, and for what I do, it was really pretty gutless with the mixer on there. So pulling my hills that I pull, I go up Parley's Canyon and the Sisters, which are really huge mountain passes. I do that twice a day. So you know, that didn't work out too well. I didn't really like that. It was hard to tune, and you never knew what it was going to run like when you started it up. As you can see, the engine bay is mostly unmodified. The only thing that I've done is over here. And right here, you have the regulator. This line right here comes in at 3,000 psi is the highest fill that it has. There's a little temperature sensor there. This is a vacuum line. You'll see it later. This goes into a map sensor. This is the fuel outlet. This is the line that goes into the fuel rails. There's my fuel filter, and it just goes in and goes back into the engine compartment to each of the fuel rails. Right here I have my heater lines. It has to be heated. And then down there, which you can't see, is a big dark hole. I have the water lines. It looks really nice. It's really clean right there. So I bought the kit from this guy right there. His name was Troy, and he helped me out quite a bit. This guy actually helped me out and answered a lot of questions and gives me really good tech support. So that's the engine compartment part. I'll close that up. Alright, so this is my fuel valve. It looks really, really bad right now, but what happened was when I drilled the hole, you can drill into the wood, but there's a metal plate right here, and I cannot drill through that. I don't know what kind of metal this is, but that is some hard metal. And it's been 20 degrees below zero here, and it's pretty cold. I don't feel like doing it right now. But this is my fuel valve. I built this plate in my gas tank. Half of it's bolted here to this plate. I didn't really trust this rail right here. It's pretty heavy duty, but I natural gas, in case of an accident, I wanted to make sure the tank was mounted real good. So this is a really heavy duty angle iron bracket. There's my fuel line. And then here's the T. Fuel line goes up through there. This is for the electrical connections to turn the tank valve on and off. And you see the fuel line goes down along there. The fuel line, everywhere that it would contact any kind of body point at any point in its life, is wrapped in a hose, so it won't rub any holes into the line. That way it's pretty safe. So I'll go back and show you the gas tank now. There's the gas tank. Now this tank holds about 15 gallons of gas. Takes up a lot of room, unfortunately, but it's mounted really well. It's nice and safe, so that's really important to make sure that it's mounted really well in case of an accident. You don't want that tank flying out and flying around. Right here, it's bolted straight to the frame itself, so it's bolted down perfect. That's not going anywhere. So those are the working details. I'll start it up for you. Alright, so it looks like my camera ended the last part, but all I did was start it up. And so right now you see that light's flashing. This is how much gas I've used. This tank was full when I left Evanston, Wyoming, and I drove back to Salt Lake. And all I use is a half tank of gas now. It's absolutely incredible. My gas range has extended by 50% versus my mixer based system. Everything is the same on the truck, you know, brand new engine, brand new everything, but by installing this multi-port kit, I have literally gained 50% of my range. I can drive from Evanston back to Salt Lake using 5 gallons of gas every single time. The most I've used is 5.5 gallons. And when I had my mixer-based system, I would always consume 10 to 11 gallons every single time. So it's just incredible. Since I've installed this kit versus the mixer-based kit, I thought that the mixer-based kit is so cheap, and I thought that it would be easier to install. I'd get really good gas range. But no, dude, the mixer system, even though it was twice as much as a mixer system, it's more than gonna pay for itself because I'm saving so much more gas with it. Plus, when I switch over to normal fuel, there's no power loss. The amount of power that you still have with this system is incredible. So I'm going to show you. All I have to do is just hit the gas a little bit. It's just got to go up to 800 RPM. I'll show you here. I'll show you the transition. Okay, it switched over at 800. And it's on now. So you can see it runs perfect. There's no hesitation or wildness, erraticness, nothing like that. So I've been pretty impressed with this kit over the mixer kits. The mixer kits just, they work good. You know, I drove around good with it, but this kit, ever since this guy, I talked to him, I bought some parts for my mixer kit, and he had really good parts, but I just lost too much power. You never knew how it was going to start in the morning. You know, and Troy really sold me on this kit, and I didn't believe him at first. I thought it would be really difficult to install, but it actually turned out to be really easy to install. If you have a Ford, everything's pretty much plug and play. You only have to solder on maybe 5 wires. That's it. Everything else is plug and play. The only thing I've had to do is I've had to order some heaters to go on my fuel rails, because up in Wyoming, my gas tank back there in the back that you saw, that thing hits minus 40 degrees C, and it just kind of overwhelms my regulator. The regulator can keep it hot, but it maintains 46 degrees Celsius, but the rails are hitting about minus 5 degrees Celsius. And some other guys up there told me that their company, they ordered 12 trucks. They paid $12,000 a piece for the retrofit on their 2012 2500 HDs. So pretty much the same thing as this, and almost the same kit. They have some different injectors, but the same regulator, same computer and everything. And they had to take them back to Salt Lake, and the guys at Salt Lake had to put bigger heaters on. They thought they were crazy up there in Wyoming, but their fuel rails were icing up just like mine is, and they were having the same kind of issues that I was having. When it gets really cold, the injectors will stop firing as quickly, and I'll get misfires. But all they did was they put on a new heater kit, and I'm going to be putting on that heater kit as well. It's just something that you have to do when it's super cold. But down here in Salt Lake, I don't have any problems with temperature. My rails stay about 20 to 30 degrees C, which is really good. But you know, I drive this thing really hard. You know, I'm loaded down with a lot of weight, pulling big mountains. I go from 4,500 feet here, clear up to 7,000 feet. I hit 7,500 feet 3 times a night. So my altitude is really high. So overall, I've been very impressed with the kit. Just need to do a couple modifications. Not a big deal, you know. And what I think is really cool is, you know, other people are spending $12,000 on their kits, and they're having the same kind of issues that I am, but once you fix it, you're good to go. You know, one of the reasons why I bought this kit was versatility. I wanted to be able to have repair parts for it and be able to fix it up if I needed to, and you know, I'm able to. Without this kit, you wouldn't have been able to install this heater kit that I'm getting. It's really cool heater kit. Bought it from Poland off of eBay. It's all brand new, and with any other kit I wouldn't have been able to do that. So you know, another thing is, I know I'm going to get a lot of criticism, a lot of people, you know, being really critical on things that I've done, but you know, the way that this runs, I'm pretty sure that somebody who goes out and spends $12,000 on a CNG kit's gonna say, wow, I could have just done that myself, you know, and saved 11,000 bucks. So that's my video. I hope you guys like it. I've really liked it. I'm really happy, and I'm glad I made this decision. You know, not only did I save $15,000 on my van, but I also saved another $15,000 on the Chevrolet version of this same exact box van. It's $15,000 for the Chevrolet version upgrade. At least that's what it was when I went to order it. So that's $30,000 less than I paid for this exact same van, and I also gained the capability of running both fuels. I mean, if you look at it like that, I mean, I saved $30,000 on this van. That right there just says, why the hell would you not want to do what I did? So, well, enjoy the rest of the parts of my videos. They're all going to be broken up into little parts. So, have a good day. Alright, so I'm showing you a very rare look of a brand new Chevrolet 3500 Express box truck. Now this is a 6.0 liter L92 VVT engine with the variable valve timing. This natural gas kit was installed at exactly 1,000 miles. As you can see, the motor is really clean and pretty. What I'm going to show you is the components that converted it over to natural gas. This is a dual fuel, and right here, this is the factory fuel injector right here. This is the factory retaining clip. This part right here that you're looking at, this is a fuel injector adapter where it allows your factory fuel injector and your natural gas line to come in and meet and be injected into the same hole instead of having to drill a hole in the manifold to allow the natural gas to come into the motor. So you'd normally have to drill a hole right here, but what I did was I bought this injector adapter from a guy on eBay, and I paid just about $200 for it. And when I got it, I ordered a certain style, and he sent me a different style. And the one he sent me had 4 O-rings on it, and I didn't order that. I ordered 2. And when I got it, it came clear up to here. This part here was clear up here, the bottom. So I had to modify it and cut half of it off down there. And also here, there's a little nipple that comes off here where the hose, natural gas hose, comes in. And I had to drill that out to match the size of my fuel injector nozzle output. So that was really important. So we're going to follow this line right up here, and now you're looking at, this is the natural gas injection block. This side right here, you have the 4-cylinder. On this side, this is the gas line coming in. This is pressurized at 300 psi. It's adjustable, so it could go anywhere from 0 to 300 psi. You adjust that yourself. And this side's really simple. There's no modification over here on this side at all. The only thing that's modified is this was added right here. That's it on all 4 injectors. So we'll come over here to the other side, and there's the block there as well, and here's the fuel line coming in, same as the other side. Now on the back side of this one, this is a temperature sensor as well as a pressure sensor. So this line will come up to a map sensor, this right here. It is not mounted anything, it doesn't matter, but to make everything nice and clean under the hood and everything, it just worked out really good right here. Doesn't affect anything. So where I tapped into, you have this one right here that goes on one side of the map sensor. And then right here, this is a factory input for the map for vacuum. And all I did was just created a Y right here and tapped into there. One goes into the other side of the map sensor, and then this other hose goes out to the natural gas regulator. There's a little port on there that you'll see. And there's the electrical connection here. So as far as inside of the vehicle, it is very clean. There's no real hacking or cutting or modifying. There's no electrical work that's done inside the vehicle at all. So that is the engine compartment. Alright, what I'm going to show you right now is I'm going to show you the operation of the engine. So we're going to start it up. Okay, it's going to start up on normal fuel, on normal liquid fuel. Alright, so you can see the engine runs really good. It doesn't misfire, chug, or anything. And it's set up to wait 30 seconds, and also so that it reaches all proper temperatures. I'll show you the computer here. So it's automatically adjusting everything. The natural gas injectors are not on yet. So you can see the temperatures. Okay, so I'm going to switch it over. I think it's ready. Now it's set up so that you rev it up to 800 RPM and it'll switch over at 800 RPM. And it's on natural gas right now. The light's on. Well, that's running on natural gas. I'll go back up here. Okay, now you can see the natural gas injectors are on. That's their timing. It's your factory timing. That's your natural gas timing. That's how long they're open for. This is in milliseconds. And your oxygen sensors, these are not emulated. This is live. The sensors are not tapped into or modified in any way. So you can see how it's adjusting. Temperatures are good, RPM. All injectors are on. So right now I'll switch it back over. Alright, so now it's back on normal fuel. And now I'll switch it back over to natural gas. Okay, you see that's on? So as you can see, my little box truck is going to be fully loaded. We're going to be going up Parley's to Evanston and to Rock Springs. So you can see that she's loaded up with freight. She's nice and heavy. The next stop is Parley's. Alright, so in this part of the video I'm going to show you what my van will do going up Parley's Canyon in just outside of Salt Lake. As you saw, my van is fully loaded. and getting ready to go up the hill right now. This is just a small grade, but we're going to get pretty steep here in a minute. And I just take it easy when I drive my vehicles. I don't beat them. But I'm going to show you that I've been climbing Parleys with this natural gas kit at 2400 RPM at 55 miles an hour all the way to the top every single night. And that's pretty dang good, because when I had my mixer system, that system I would be at 3000 RPM at 40 miles an hour. So this is a huge difference for me. And the thing is I've been at the gas station quite a few times with a lot of people, and they've told me that they have to switch over from liquid fuel, or I mean natural gas to liquid fuel, just to make it up this hill at 55 miles an hour. They say their power is so horrible that they can't take it, and I'm going to show you I can. There's my gas thing. You can see the light's not flashing. I'm on natural gas, and this is the computer. Alright, the blue line was the liquid fuel map of the injectors, and the green line was the map of the natural gas injectors. So as you see right now, I'm fully loaded with my box truck, and I'm cruising up Parleys Canyon. I mean, no problems at all. So everybody that has a natural gas kit, this is one of their biggest concerns. And I want to show you that with this natural gas kit that I bought from mycngguy.com, I'm not having any problems at all. If I switch over to liquid fuel, I think I might be able to do 55 to 60, but it likes to go at 3000 RPM for some reason. Whenever I'm on natural gas, it always runs at a lower RPM. I don't know why. And then I also wanted to say that last night I drove from Salt Lake to Rock Springs and back, which is about 420 miles for my entire trip with all my stops and deliveries. And I I used 5 gallons of gas going from Salt Lake to Evanston. I used 5 gallons of gas going from Evanston to Rock Springs. I used 5 gallons of gas going from Rock Springs to Evanston, and 5 gallons of gas going from Evanston back to Salt Lake. So that's 20 gallons of gas, and that's 20 miles per gallon. So that's really freaking good. I don't know, I gotta keep testing it all week, but so far that is insane. I don't know why I'm getting better gas mileage on natural gas than I am on liquid fuel, but so we're at the top of the hill. Okay, we're at the top. I'm getting ready to come down. So that was in 5th gear too. I'm sorry, I should have showed you. That was in 5th gear that I was climbing, I believe. May have been 4th. So now you see how well this system does with a box truck, which is going to be heavier than your vehicle, I guarantee it, and it runs fine. I didn't have any problems here. I'll show you my temperatures and all that stuff one more time. Let me straighten that out. Hang on. So I hope you take this information and learn from my experiences and see how it works firsthand, because I know that there isn't anything else out there that show people in detail from start to finish how it works, and I hope you enjoy it. So We'll see you on the next segment. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is I just drove from Salt Lake, which is about 4,500 feet in elevation, to Evanston, Wyoming, which is 6,400 feet right here where I'm at. So that's a pretty healthy climb. It's pretty much uphill the whole way. And I'm at the Questar gas station here in Evanston. This is where we get gas here. Now these aren't ideal conditions. We've had an ice storm all day. Yesterday morning was really bad with accidents. So it's really cold out here. It's not the best kind of conditions for natural gas. So what I'm going to do right now, that's how much gas I use coming from Salt Lake, and it's about 100 miles from my house to here. Well, from my house to the warehouse where I load my freight to Evanston. You can see I still have full tank of gas. I didn't use any gas. I don't need to. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to plug in my computer, and I'm going to check and see if I have any engine codes, any trouble codes, or check engine light. You can see that it isn't illuminated there, but there is actually a hidden part of your vehicle's computer that you don't see, and it stores codes until you turn the vehicle off and then back on, and then it will come on. So I'm going to check it out and see what we look like. Okay, so here's my engine scanner. Hope you guys can see that. Alright, I'm going to vehicle diagnostics. Okay, these are going to read codes. Nothing. Okay, this is the hidden part right here. Let's see if anything pops up. No. Okay, that's really amazing. I mean, I just drove up here, loaded up a lot of hills, and the problem with natural gas systems is they run lean, and especially going uphill, they'll lean out. Okay, so just so you don't think that I hooked this up and reset this when I got here to show you this, we're going to go in here and look at our data. Now, I can prove to you that I did not reset it. I auto-calibrated it in Salt Lake and drove up here. So I'm going to look through my data and I'll show you. Oh, these are my cap temperatures. And there's the oxygen sensors there. See how they're working? I'll rev it up. I'm up to 2200 RPM, so I'm showing you that they're working. Okay. Now this right here, hey, there's my fuel level, 99.6. I didn't use any gas coming up here. Pure natural gas. Right there, engine run. Right there. That was the last time I reset this computer. And to prove it, I'll show you. Okay, now we can go back in here. Oh, let me show you the outside temperature. Oh, it's 32. Oh, that's really warm. It's been negative 20 all last week. Oh shoot, it still shows that. That must mean the last time it was on. I wonder how I could reset that. Well, you'll have to believe me that I didn't reset it. But I did not clear out any codes till just now, but there weren't any to clear out anyway. So this thing's running really good. That's really, really incredible. I'm really impressed with it. I mean, if I just drove 100 miles with my van fully loaded like that and no check engine light at all, no pending codes, no active codes, no misfires, no problems, that's really impressive to me. And I'm pretty excited. I hope it lasts. I hope it works good, because I know that all my Ford vehicles, the factory systems, I've owned the factory systems, I've owned the dedicated systems, and they're just, those Fords are junk. I hate Fords, and I've spent so much money trying to repair those. So so far, if I can do a system that's as good as an OEM system right out of the box, and it runs this good without check engine lights, that's incredible. So I'm going to transfer off my freight to my guy and fill up with gas, and I'll see you on the next spot.